Welcome to Lawyers Who Care, the video show podcast that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond on behalf of their clients. And on each episode, we will meet a new lawyer and they will share stories of when they went beyond legal counsel for the benefit of their client. My name is Andrew Samalin. I'm the principal of Samalin Wealth, a nationally recognized wealth management firm for lawyers, law firms, and their clients. And let's applaud Lawyers Who Care and learn from them. Today, my guest is Simon Troutman. He is a principal. Say it again, Simon.
I just said good morning.
Oh, good morning. I was just going to say that you are the principal of Trautmann Martin Law, PLLC, and they're located in St. Paul, Minnesota, and they practice or they focus their practice on entrepreneurs and small business owners. And welcome, Simon.
Thank you so much, Andrew. It's great to be here. We're excited to connect with you from Minnesota. I'm in our St. Paul office this morning. We also have offices in Minneapolis and Mankato, and we're really delighted to be here. And thanks for highlighting lawyers that care.
For sure. So tell us about your firm and what actually brought you to come to your profession and more particularly your specialty.
Well, thanks for that question. Yeah, I started what was Trautmann Law and then became Trautmann Martin Law about 11 years ago because I had a deep need to be happy and healthy in the practice of law. I was working for a larger firm, and at the end of the year, the partner sat me down and said, "Trautmann, we like you, but we want more hours from you." And that same month, a cousin of mine, Jesse Trautmann, tragically took his life. Was an attorney, incredible leader, and family. And this is very clarifying. Life is too short to be miserable in the practice of law. And so I started the practice 11 years ago.
Hold on, Simon, just
yes.
if I can. So is it the practice of law that makes one miserable, or is it the lifestyle or the work hours relating to the practice of law that makes it challenging?
That's a great question. It really is both. We have the privilege as lawyers, practitioners of law, to carry burdens for other people. And a lot of times what that means is people come with their worst, heaviest burdens, and we have a duty of confidentiality. So we take those burdens on. We don't tell anybody. We lock ourselves in rooms like this, and we write detailed research papers about those problems. And then we present it to another scholar who tells us that our client's terrible and we're stupid. And when we can't resolve that, we ask the government to choose between us. And so that's a recipe for ill health if you do it 10, 20, 50, 80 hours a week. And so we've built our practice on the radical proposition that lawyers can be happy and healthy. So we spend a lot of time talking to our lawyers and paralegals and legal professionals saying, what makes you happy? What's going to make you healthy? It's different for different people. And so my job as one of the founders of TML is to listen and make sure that our team's happy and healthy, which provides excellent service and results for our clients.
And so that would mean then that you have a great client story that you want to share with us, because that's probably born from
absolutely
all those other components.
Absolutely. Well, we have four values in our firm. One is courage. You should expect your lawyer to be courageous. The second is compassionate. You might not expect your lawyer to be compassionate, but we just like we were talking about beforehand, people matter. We recognize even our adversaries are people. We listen carefully, humanize people, but we advocate zealously for our clients. We operate with integrity, and we always add value. So we're making sure we do all those things. So for example, when we were talking yesterday, I had the opportunity to sit with a new client, and she has a good case. It's worth maybe $40,000, which is, in the legal scheme of things, not a huge amount of money. But when you lose $40,000, you can't walk away from that. She had a great case. I told her so, and she said, we'd love to hire your firm. She then said, we're gonna get those guys. It was very, I didn't leave well. I want that. We're gonna make those folks pay. And that's a moment where if you're a salesman and you're trying to close, you wanna relate to your client. You're like, yeah, we are gonna make them pay. But there's a great opportunity to stop and say, I've been doing this 16 years, not as long as some people, but long enough to say, I've seen people come with the expectation they're going to make people pay, and we're going to go through this litigation and you're not going to feel better. This litigation is a terrible tool to bring good feelings, and it's not my business, but it's our opportunity to be integrous, to add value, and be courageous, and maybe push this business away. And so it's none of my business, but this is not going to end that way. We're not going to get that result for you. And it gave her an opportunity to stop and reflect. And she said, I'm glad you said that. I do want to work with you. And now that I think about it, it's really important for my integrity that I stand up for myself. And whether we win or lose, I know I'm going to feel better about myself if I stand up for myself. And I said, that absolutely we can do. That is a great intention. And so by having that conversation on the front end, by caring, we gave our client an opportunity not just to win, but to be a better and more whole person at the end of this litigation and throughout this litigation. And that's really important to us.
Consistent from your value statement all the way through the execution.
Absolutely. Well, and that's the benefit of, you could pick any 4 words, but when you have values and you can hold yourself accountable to them, and you can hold your clients, and your clients can hold you accountable to those values, it means you have to think less hard about what the right thing is, because you've thought in advance about what the right thing is.
For sure. Well, you framed it perfectly. Just so everyone knows, today my guest is Simon Troutman of Trautmann Martin Law. They are located in St. Paul with other offices throughout, and they practice, again, small businesses and entrepreneurs. Simon, for those that want to get in touch with you, how do you best recommend they do so?
Well, they can come to our website. It's troutlaw.com, and that's TRAUTLAW.com. And again, we have offices here in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, in St. Paul, and Mankato.
Gotcha. Everyone, this has been the Lawyers Who Care video show podcast that highlights attorneys that go above and beyond. And I think Simon is a perfect example of that. If you're an attorney or know one that might be appropriate for that, for us, please feel free to reach out to us at 914-666-6600. 914-666-6600. And Simon, thank you again for joining us today.
Hey, thank you so much for highlighting Lawyers That Care. It's really aligned with our mission to have radically happy and healthy attorneys. I really appreciate it.